You're watching Sioux City Scoop.
You're watching Sioux City Scoop. You're watching Sioux City Scoop.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Sioux City Scoop. I'm your host, Mayor Bill Carpenter. Everyone was excited this past week to welcome our Police Chief Bob Hayden back to Brockton Police Department headquarters. As you know, the chief was critically injured in an accident just a few weeks ago, but he continues to amaze all of us by his speedy return to work at the police department. It was my honor and privilege to welcome him back at a recent roll call.
I want to tell you, since I've been here, I have met the finest men and women I've ever met in my life in this department. I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. And any success we have here, any good that we're doing, is coming from the men and women of the department, not from anybody else. I was incredibly lucky to inherit a group of people who are professional, dedicated, and just hardworking. And that's you guys. It's been an honor to be here. I got about another half a year left. And I think if we keep on working the way we did for the first 6 months, we can turn the city over to the next chief in really good shape. So my intent is that we continue what I think the motto of our department is. It's relentless aggression towards criminals. It's already paying off. They don't, people that shoot guns across the street, deal drugs, rape people, all of those guys don't belong in a nice little town like Brockton. And we're gonna send them along somewhere else, either packing or to the nearest jail. And you guys are the guys that are giving the city back to the people. And right now I want to just applaud you. We couldn't do this without a mayor that has courage. That's what slows most departments down, is people at the very top that haven't got the moral fortitude to follow through and to do what has to be done. Mayor Carpenter and I got along great because the minute I met him, I knew that he had that type of a personality, and I probably wouldn't have stayed here after what happened to me if I didn't have him to come back to. So I want to also give him a round. He has said he and I are so much alike. They were like Batman and Robin. And
Some dispute as to who Robin
I asked him before I leave.
I guess there's not that much dispute.
I asked him before I leave to tell me who's Robin. Thank you. Judge, you're all set.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Bob Hayden,
I, Bob Hayden,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts
to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts
and will support the Constitution thereof.
and will support the Constitution thereof.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Bob Hayden,
I, Bob Hayden,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and impartially discharge
and impartially discharge
and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
as
interim Brockton Police Chief,
Brockton Police Chief,
according to the best of my abilities
according to the best of my abilities
and understandings,
and understandings,
agreeably to the rules and regulations
agreeably to the rules and regulations
of the Constitution
of the Constitution
and the laws of this Commonwealth
and the laws of this Commonwealth
and the revised ordinances of the City of Brockton.
and the revised ordinances of the City of Brockton.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Bob Hayden,
I, Bob Hayden,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Judge. Mayor, do you want to come up and say something to these hard-working people? No, sir. It's a team effort.
Stay right here with me. I just want to say how glad I am that this day came. I believed it was coming, but I really didn't think it'd be here for a couple more months. But there's nothing this guy does that ever surprises me anymore. But I'm just great to have him back, and I know everyone here in the department is glad to have you back, and Brockton's a better place when you're here with us.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
May I just say one thing, sir? I wanted to bring something up to you. You ready?
We're not renegotiating his salary.
No. I know that you competed in a demolition derby with my name on the side of a car. I also know you came in second.
Yeah.
We
That's
can
because
do.
we didn't have you driving, that's why.
We can do better.
All right. It's a deal.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Chief.
That's all I got, I guess, guys. Just how much I appreciate you accepting me right off the bat. I felt like I belonged here, and I can't say enough about the people that work here. And I feel like I'm one of you. I feel like I started here. I didn't, but I feel just like I did. Just go out tonight. Be very, very careful. Don't get hurt. Back each other up, and have fun. You know, enjoy yourselves. Go clean up the city for us. Thank you, guys.
If you're a follower of Sioux City Scoop, then you've seen in previous episodes some of our efforts to improve the D.W Field Golf Course and make it into southeastern Massachusetts' leading municipal golf course. Well, the improvements at the golf course continue. We've now installed a function tent. Along with our on-site caterer, Joe Sawaya, famous for his decades of owning the pub right here in downtown Brockton, along with a beer and wine license, great playing conditions and low greens fees, D.W Field Golf Course is now a premier venue for your golf tournament. In fact, I'll be hosting my first annual Mayor's Cup Golf Tournament at D.W Field Golf Course on Friday, August 15th at 8:30 a.m. All of the net proceeds will go to the Mayor's Children's Fund, a 501c3 charity, and we still have slots available if you'd like to play. You can get more information by calling us right here at the Mayor's office at 508-580-7123. I was able to host a business after hours as the first official event in our new function tent at the D.W Field Golf Course. I think one of the biggest challenges that we took on this year with the City of Brockton is changing the perception and the image of the city. And that's how we're really going to regrow the economy here and make Brockton the place that it's going to be in the very near future. So this D.W Field Golf Course and the whole D.W Field Park Reservation is part of it. And it's great that we have the opportunity to showcase it to you here tonight. There are a couple people I'd like to point out to you so you have a chance to meet them tonight because we've worked very hard with the Chamber and the BRA and the B21 and the City Council and all of the different organizations in the city on a very aggressive economic development plan for the future of our city. And two very important pieces of that plan are coming into play literally this week. So first of all, I want to make sure it's my pleasure to introduce our first Main Streets manager, Gary Leonard. Gary's right here. So the Main Streets program is a national program. It's something we talked about a lot during the campaign, tremendously successful in Boston and other cities. And when we thought about what a Main Street coordinator would look like, the job description fit Gary, someone who's been committed to the city his entire life, has been in the business community his entire adult life, has been a philanthropist in the city, has raised a ton of money for charitable causes, that's been more committed to Brockton High School athletes than anybody I know. And Gary's already been out working before he officially started yesterday. but please make it a point to say hello to Gary when you're here tonight. Also, we were very excited that last night the City Council, in a unanimous vote, favorably recommended my appointment of the new city planner, and the first city planner we've had in about 7 years here in the city, Rob May, and this is Rob right here. So Rob did a tremendous job appearing in front of the City Council last night. His appointment will become official next Monday night, but he's out here in the city. I want you to have a chance to meet with him. We are going to have the best planning department of any city in the Commonwealth with Rob, with Pam continuing to do the great work she's been doing for us for years, and soon also to add a junior planner to the staff. And I think that the development in the business community is really excited that we now have a full-fledged planning office, and we are making city government business friendly. We are streamlining procedures, and we want good development that bring jobs to the city of Brockton and pay taxes so that we can charge everyone a little bit less and have more people pay in, right? All right. So thank you very much for being here. Enjoy the evening. The golf course, let me give you a quick 60-second commercial for the golf course. It's always been a great golf course, but we've made a tremendous investment in the course this year. We brought in a guy, Kurt Calderwood, top-notch golf superintendent that has this course in the best condition it's ever been in. He's working with our park superintendent, Tim Carpenter. Where's Tim? Tim's out back here. Tim's doing a great job with the parks and particularly overseeing the golf course with Kurt. So the conditions are the best they've ever been. The course is spectacular. This course has been here since 1927, but it's in tremendous condition. And what I'm hoping to showcase to you here tonight is that we're now in the tournament business. We've brought in great folks, Joe and Debbie Sawaya, but everyone remembers them from the pub for decades in downtown Brockton. First-class caterers that are right here on the premises now. We have a beer and wine license, as you may have noticed now, and we've put up a tent. So when you think about any golf tournaments that you're involved in for next year, we've got the best playing conditions, the lowest green fees, and everything we need to host your tournament right here in the city of Brockton. So if you want to help us rebuild the city of Brockton, bring your tournament back to the City of Champions.
Great municipal golf course. Come over and check out D.W Field Golf Course here in the city of Brockton. We've made a major investment in the D.W Field Golf Course this year. The playing conditions are spectacular. It's an 18-hole public course. We are serving beer and wine now. We're able to handle tournaments there now. So come on over and check out D.W Field Golf Course.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Kathleen Smith from your Brockton Public Schools.
And I'm Mayor Bill Carpenter.
We are here with our young folks from one of our summer programs, and we're excited to talk to all of you about the importance of reading during the summertime. Many of you know reading books takes you to adventures in faraway places, allows you to share some of your thoughts with your families that are reading right alongside you, allows you to come back to school in the fall prepared for all those academic challenges. So I encourage all of you, I encourage your families to support you. Make sure you're out there reading, reading, reading. If you're looking for things to read, check our website at the Brockton Public Schools, or also you can go to our Brockton Public Library, which is filled with resources, books, and lots of summer activities for our children.
That's right, Superintendent. Reading is a year-round sport. Your ability to read and write will unlock your future. So have fun this summer, but keep reading.
Read to succeed.
Welcome back to Shoe City Scoop. I'm your host, Mayor Bill Carpenter. Neighborhood stabilization has been a prime focus of mine during my first year serving as your mayor. Recently, for the first time, we convened the Mayor's Task Force on Housing and Neighborhood Stabilization, and we're beginning to see the fruits of our efforts already. One of the tools available for us to use is the city's receivership program, working in coordination with the Attorney General's office, where the city can acquire through the courts vacant and abandoned property. It was my pleasure recently to meet with several of our strategic partners, including the Brockton Redevelopment Authority, the Attorney General's office, along with the Massachusetts Housing Investment Corporation, to showcase a house on Newbury Street that's just been put on the market and in fact already sold. This was a formerly vacant, abandoned, decrepit house that has now been completely rehabbed, marketed, and sold to an owner-occupant, a critical improvement in this section of Newbury Street.
We're going to talk a little bit about the funding sources and the fact that we're strategically working with the AG's office, the state, a number of funding sources, including Mass Housing Investment Corporation, along with city funds, and actually strategically looking at sites like this. Some of you remember this house. It was vacant, abandoned. It wasn't foreclosed upon. It was caught up in a dilemma. We put it through the receivership program, and this is the outcome. There are several other properties. We'll talk a little bit about those, but right now, why don't I turn it over to you, Michael?
Sure.
This is your baby as a receiver.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Robert. Mr. Mayor, thanks for coming. Everyone, thank you for coming today. Just want to thank a few folks who are involved in this project from the very beginning. Obviously, our contractor, John Sari, who's our rehab specialist, Bruce Ehrlich from MHIC, who provided a good part of the funds for the project. Everyone from the receivership team, Vince Cragen, our receiver attorney, Trish Morrow, who picked out the colors. A lot of controversy about the colors. There's Trish who helped out on the colors and everything. But yeah, we've been involved with the receivership program for a little bit over 5 years now, and very proud of the work that we're doing in Brockton, along with Robert's office and your office and everyone else. We see a great opportunity here in Brockton for a project similar to this one and other ones that we're looking at, and look forward to continue our relationship here with you and everyone in Brockton. So I want to thank you and thank Robert for giving us the opportunity. And we have a great house. Lynn's done a great job, has brought us not only one, but two potential buyers that we're under contract with. So someone will have a very nice home next few months.
Well,
So,
and
thank
I
you.
want to take a minute to thank the AG's office and the BRA. Robert and I are working on a lot of projects like this together. I think we share a common vision as to how we can make the most positive impact in terms of stabilizing neighborhoods. This was a great receivership project, taking a really distressed piece of property in a distressed neighborhood and turning it into one of the best pieces of property in the neighborhood, and owner-occupied, which is a real key. So I think that in Brockton we're very committed, we're more committed than ever to working with the AG's office on our receivership program. We have folded the receivership task force into a larger group now called the Mayor's Task Force on Housing and Neighborhood Stabilization, because I think we see as we're slowly working our way out of this foreclosure crisis that hit Brockton so hard that we need to be shifting more of our emphasis into addressing the large number of vacant abandoned properties throughout neighborhoods in the city, and this will allow us to do this. And one of the great benefits I see is not only when we do a project to completion like this, but it also makes those notifications that we're looking at a property for receivership much more effective when we have an absentee, irresponsible property owner has a little more motivation to come secure and take care of their property, knowing that we will follow through with putting it in receivership if they don't. So we're hoping to combine all of the city agencies and tie in code enforcement and law enforcement, and working with the BRA to really stabilize neighborhoods here in the city. And Lynn Morrissey did do a great job as the broker, selling it to an owner-occupant, which I really believe is the key in these neighborhoods, is not just to restore and reoccupy these properties, but to reoccupy them with owner-occupants. So I want to thank everyone that helped with the financing. This was a real collaboration. So you've got CDBG money that comes through the city, NSP3 money that comes through the city, along with MHIC money. And did I leave anyone's money out, Robert? Okay, all right, all right. But it's a collaboration of the various agencies that are all committed to stabilizing our neighborhoods in the city. So I want to personally thank all of you for the great work on this.
Great municipal golf course. Come over and check out D.W Field Golf Course here in the city of Brockton. We've made a major investment in the D.W Field Golf Course this year. The playing conditions are spectacular. It's an 18-hole public course. We are serving beer and wine now. We're able to handle tournaments there now. So come on over and check out D.W Field Golf Course.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Kathleen Smith from your Brockton Public Schools.
And I'm Mayor Bill Carpenter.
We are here with our young folks from one of our summer programs, and we're excited to talk to all of you about the importance of reading during the summertime. Many of you know reading books takes you to adventures in faraway places, allows you to share some of your thoughts with your families that are reading right alongside you, allows you to come back to school in the fall prepared for all those academic challenges. So I encourage all of you, I encourage your families to support you. Make sure you're out there reading, reading, reading. If you're looking for things to read, check our website at the Brockton Public Schools, or also you can go to our Brockton Public Library, which is filled with resources, books, and lots of summer activities for our children.
That's right, Superintendent. Reading is a year-round sport. Your ability to read and write will unlock your future. So have fun this summer, but keep reading.
Read to succeed.
Prior to becoming mayor, as a member of the school committee, I was proud to sponsor and support the creation of Edison Academy. Edison Academy is an alternative high school graduation program, in essence an afternoon and evening academy that gives students who may be undercredited an opportunity to continue to receive a first-class education while obtaining their high school diploma in afternoon and evening classes. Just completing its second year of operation, the Edison Academy has been a tremendous success. Thanks to the great people working there, the support of the city and the school system, and in particular, the principal and leader of that program, Dr. Jim Cobbs. Recently, Edison Academy celebrated its second graduation ceremony this year with 200 graduates receiving their high school diplomas. I was proud to join Dr. Jim Cobbs and Deputy Superintendent of Schools Mike Thomas to present the diplomas.
Significant obstacles to get here. You persevered, you made the right decisions, you made adult decisions, and you did it. My message to you going forward is, this is only the beginning. You make the decision, you continue your educational careers, you know you can do it, you got yourself here, continue on. You can do it. Continue to persevere. You all have the potential to go on and do better and greater things in Edison Academy, and I encourage you to do so. You know what you have. Again, you came here, you all sat in my office and you said, I want to get my diploma. And I said, there's other ways to do it. You want to do a GED? And you said, no, I want my diploma. Today's the day. And as you go forward, I want you to understand and realize that only you can realize your potential. Nobody can do it for you. You can't phone it in, you can't come late, only you can do it. You can realize your potential, go forward and do that. Class of 2014, I wish you the best of luck and success on your continued journey in your educational careers.
You know, I show up at a lot of different events and I often open up with, well, I'm really glad to be here tonight. And half the time I don't even remember exactly where it was I was supposed to be that evening. But tonight, I really mean it. I am really glad to be here tonight. This is a great night for the City of Champions. And you're not going to hear a long speech from me tonight because tonight is not about principals or mayors. It's about the 200 young people seated right in front of you.
but I do have to say a couple of words. So, you know, Dr. Cobbs and Mr. Thomas referenced the beginning of this program 3 years ago, and I was serving on the school committee at the time, and when this was brought forward by Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Smith and the other leaders of the administration, I felt from day one that there was a real need for this program and was proud to support it. But one thing I learned by hanging around with educators and school teachers is sometimes it's hard to get them to try something different. So how you get them to do that is you put the word pilot in front of it, because you can call it a pilot anything and then they're willing to give it a shot. So 2 years ago, this was a pilot program. Let's try it out on a small scale, see how it goes. And I think there was maybe 70, 75 students in the program 2 years ago. But I think the thing that we all saw immediately is that there was a huge need for another alternative pathway to a diploma from Brockton High, and that we needed an afternoon and evening academy, and we needed to be more flexible to work with young people that had a desire to get their diploma, but just needed to take a little different path or a little different timetable to get there. And 1 year later, when we open up the program in full, 400 students participating in Edison Academy this year. 75 to 400 in just 1 year. And about 200 of them sitting out here in front of us right now. And between the pilot year and the first full year this year, Dr. Cobbs did come along. And I hope that every one of you students gets a chance to thank him, because he is a big reason why there are 400 students in the program and there are 200 of you sitting in front of us right now. So Dr. Cobbs, thank you. Thank you for your commitment to these young people. So I guess what tonight really proves is that alternative pathways work, and there's more than one direction to go to get to the same goal. And arriving through a different path or a different time actually makes it a greater success to be here right now. So not only is this school a success story and this program, but these 200 people sitting right in front of me, this is the real success story of Edison Academy. And I want to personally congratulate the entire class of 2014. Congratulations. So when I look at this class, I know, when we're out at the football field, they just fly away. When I look at this class, what I really see, I see the city of Brockton. This is what Brockton is. People of different ages, different cultures, different backgrounds, different languages. And that's what Brockton is. That's what we are. That's what we're proud of. And that's why one of the main reasons I'm so proud of you tonight. But I got to mention one graduate, because I'm 57 years old, almost 58, and had this guy been in high school the same time as me, I would have only been 2 grades ahead of him. We would have been in high school together at the same time. But Jose Alfama, could you stand up and just, I want to acknowledge you. 55 years old, graduating from high school tonight. Because tonight is about opportunities. And Jose, congratulations on you taking advantage of this opportunity. So tonight, this is not an end, this is a beginning. And out of here this evening, out of the auditorium, you'll all walk out, not just with a diploma, but an opportunity and a plan for the future. And it's up to you what you do with it, because Brockton really is the land of opportunity. And you can go here as far as you want. And I hope that every one of you in front of me will go on to job training, to a secondary school, to Massasoit, to wherever it may be. But be successful, stay here in Brockton, and give something back. Help the next group of people coming behind you get to the same place that we're at tonight. So I just want to wrap up by saying congratulations to the class of 2014. And I'd like to remind all of you, when Brockton is home, everything is within reach. Good night, thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of Sioux City Scoop. You can catch us every week right here on Comcast Channel 12, Brockton Community Access Television, or you can also find us on YouTube at youtube.com/Mayor Bill Carpenter. And remember, when Brockton is home, everything is within reach.